It's that time of year to celebrate the best releases across the metal spectrum. Today, we look at the top 7 black metal albums of 2022. Black metal in 2022 is a diverse genre with many branches in its family tree. The bands that play fast tremolo rhythms with lo-fi blast beats and no hint of traditional heavy metal sound a million miles away from those that incorporate death and speed metal into their arsenal. Atmospheric black metal, black gaze, and post-black metal are often heavy on emotion, but not so much on the guitar riffs. At the other end of the spectrum, black and death metal continues to produce some of the most technical music in the genre. Many subgenres have the adjective of blackened prefixed to the description of their art in recognition of the enduring power and aesthetic of black metal. Big names such as Dark Funeral, Behemoth, Abbat, and Darkthrone released records in 2022, but perhaps the biggest surprise was the sudden appearance of a new album in March from French titans Deathspell Omega. Where is the centre of black metal these days? Is it still a European phenomenon? The likes of Imperial Triumphant and Guerre challenged the definition of the genre in 2022 with abstract interpretations rooted in experimentation. Is black metal a feeling with common parameters or a definitive sound? We will let you decide, but these are the Scream Blast Repeat top 7 black metal albums of 2022. At number 7, we have Verdrängung by Greek duo Volahn. They released it on the 30th of September via Voidhanger Records. Nothing about this LP is predictable. Listen how the heroic rock drums of Earthnungen thud like a vintage Ministry beat and circle the rhythm with subtle mid-register guitar patterns. The melodies buried beneath the violence are just as impressive. You can hear the visceral rage of the early Darkthrone output, but Volahn have a personality of their own in the way they swerve between interconnected subgenres like university professors presenting a summary paper on different theoretical interpretations of a major social problem. Verdict? 8 out of 10. At number 6, we have Belgian trio Wiegedood with their album There's Always Blood at the End of the Road. They released it on the 14th of January via Century Media. If there's one word to describe There's Always Blood at the End of the Road, it's unhinged. Even the quieter parts prey on you like a capricious demon spirit waiting for that moment to drag you into the abyss. Now Will Always Be uses clean guitar patterns like wind chimes and builds on didgeridoo vocals before the distortion takes over and the chords squeal like half-dead creatures whelping in the last hour of their existence. The band's determination to play out of key on closing track Carousel is just as unsettling. You've done well if the blast beats and tremolo rhythms give you no vertigo effects at the end. This is an ugly musical experience. Verdict? 8 out of 10. At number 5, we have English duo Thundering Hooves with Radiance. They released it on the 6th of October via Mercenary Press. Like their debut Vestiges LP, album number 2 reaches far and wide through the annals of heavy metal for inspiration, but still sounds like it could swipe your head off with a mace. These are exciting times for Thundering Hooves and for UK black metal. There's a little bit of everything here with a strong core of traditional heavy metal and extreme metal hacking away at your taste buds. Radiance has the making of an instant cult classic. Verdict? 8 out of 10. At number 4, we have Norwegian legends Darkthrone with Astral Fortress. They released it on the 28th of October via Peaceful Records. You're in for a shock if your last reckoning with Darkthrone was in the ugly analog savagery of their Transylvanian hunger days. You might not believe this is the same duo if you lost touch with their prodigious output in the 21st century. There's no need to worry if doom metal is not your thing. The 7 songs spread over 40 minutes here are nothing like the monotonous power chord fatigue of the genre's most notorious inducers of sleep. Black and thrash tangents and galloping rhythms add variety to the dominant mid-paced tempos. This is yet another admirable album from one of metal's most respected artists. Verdict? 8 out of 10. Coming in at number 3 is The Foul Death of Engelland by English black metalers Sacred Sun. They released it on the 13th of May via True Cult Records. Armed with album number 3, the band explore the 1381 Peasants' Revolt in England as the subject matter for a modern allegory on the disparities between rich and poor in a fractured society. Sacred Sun take pride in their unorthodox approach to black metal, yet their spirit matches the original dynamism of the second wave pioneers. Make no mistake, this is a major triumph for the English underground and a record that will resonate for many years to come. The next question is where to find a metal-headed mace for a future March on Parliament. Verdict? 8 out of 10. Number 2 takes us to Sweden with Watain and their album The Agony and Ecstasy of Watain. They released it on the 29th of April via Nuclear Blast. The noise levels are insane in the first 30 seconds when drums, bass and guitars lock in and break through the ceiling of advisable decibel levels like an Israeli fighter jet performing a sonic boom in the skylines of Gaza. This is the definition of bludgeoning black metal that's just as terrifying as the band's image. Yet a closer listen also reveals the true genius of Watain. Melodic undercurrents permeate through the impenetrable darkness like pocket torches. Verdict? 8 out of 10. Which brings us to number 1. Drum roll please. At number 1 we have Disharmonium Undreamable Abysses by French atmospheric pioneers Blut aus Nord. They released it on the 20th of May via Debemer Morty Productions. It's true that the band's raw black metal days are a thing of the past, but opener, Chants of the Deep Ones, reminds you that those artists masquerading as black gays should go back to their Blut aus Nord records for inspiration. This is how you create a transient guitar sound built on ambient tones and misaligned autonomous shadows. The heavy reverb settings and trapped voice effects blunt the pre-programmed drums with a drowsy sense of time, almost as if you're listening to the song at the precipice of a catatonic episode. Disharmonium Undreamable Abysses carves out another chapter in the ongoing development of Blut aus Nord as a musical artist beyond genre classification. Verdict? 8 out of 10. Congratulations to Blut aus Nord for landing the number 1 spot. Let's also recognise the 5 honourable mentions that nearly made this list. These are Dread Reaver by Abbat, The Devils by Belphegor, A Song to Sorrow by Serkan, All Belong to the Night by Drudke, and in one of these, I Am Your Enemy by Tertrai de Horde. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and more importantly, please visit our website at www.screenblastrepeat.com for the latest album and EP reviews from established, up-and-coming, and unsigned artists in the worlds of extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative.